Hey guys, and welcome to another video. Now before I begin with why I don't believe there's going to be a second Dragon Ball FighterZ, please make sure to subscribe, like the video, as well as comment below. I want to know what your opinions are too. And I've also posted all my socials in the description below. That includes our Facebook, our Instagram, our Twitter, and our blog, which you can read more about this opinion, as well as other gaming and anime opinions, and news and spoilers and all of that jazz, as well as manga too. Nerdsforlife.com, which again is in the description below, and check out our Twitch account, which is also in the description below. There I do a lot of anime gaming, but at the same time, I also do a lot of live chats where I discuss manga spoilers, as well as manga theories and anime spoilers and anime theories, and you guys can get involved and have your say live, so do get involved with that. Now, why I don't believe there's going to be a Dragon Ball FighterZ 2 is because the main reason, there's no reason for there to be. I mean, think about it. The reason that so many other games have had sequels is because they had a lot of content that was a little bit different. I mean, yes, the Budokai series and the Budokai Tenkaichi 3 and even the Tenkaichi series, yeah, they didn't really have their own individual stories and they were essentially the same thing. But what they did different was, the Budokai, for example, only had characters up to Cell. Because in, well, the English, the Western world, we were only up to Cell when that game came out. I mean, yes, the manga had already come out, and yes, the anime had already come out in Japanese, but in English, we were only up to Cell. So it made sense that there was a Budokai 2 when Boo started to come around, right? And then obviously Budokai 3 when GT came around. So yes, it made sense for there to be another game because there was more content and new characters to unleash, and it made sense to make another game after that which included those characters. So Budokai Tenkaichi 3, for example, had Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball GT characters, which the previous two had limited amounts of. So yes, it made sense to make sequels. Also, the Raging Blast 2 games, well, sorry, the two Raging Blast games, Raging Blast 1 and Raging Blast 2, made sense because they had their own individual storyline, as well as the Xenoverse 1 and 2 series. They introduced a brand new villain, and they introduced a story within the games. So you had to then not only do the missions, like the regular Dragon Ball Z storyline, but you also had to defeat a new villain. And that's what made it different. They introduced, like, for example, with the Raging Blast series, it was the Tuffles. And this ridiculously strong character that was an experiment of the Tuffles. It was basically the Tuffles seeking revenge. While the Xenoverse series were time travelers or wizards that were traveling through time and altering time and all that sort of stuff, and you were Trunks, well, alongside Trunks, and you had to stop them from changing the events of the past. Again, this is something that was, yes, linked to the story, two things that were linked to the main story, but also a little bit obscure, and that enabled them to create a couple of games based on that new story. The Dragon Ball FighterZ series is just a fighting game. That's all it is. It's a fighting game. It doesn't have any reason for there to be a second one. There's no continuing story like the Dragon Ball Raging Blast series or the Dragon Ball Xenoverse series. It doesn't have that. And what it's already done is it's actually already incorporated Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super. Up till now, it's already released Ultra Instinct. So there's no additional content that it could potentially release unless it wants to introduce Dragon Ball Heroes content. Maybe that would be pretty cool, a video game that incorporates those sort of characters, or maybe Dragon Ball GT or Dragon Ball, I suppose. But with the limited amount of characters that game has introduced in general, I mean, without DLCs, even with the DLCs, it's a pretty limited lineup. I really doubt they're going to be unleashing Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball GT characters or even Dragon Ball Hero characters. I have a feeling that the Dragon Ball FighterZ, yeah, it was a decent concept. Me personally, I didn't like it. I personally didn't like the Dragon Ball FighterZ game. I rate it as a poorly made game with minimal content, and it was just the things that came in the DLC should have just been in the original game. Like, I get the Ultra Instinct came later, but most of the stuff that came in the DLC, especially the first DLC or the first couple, should have been in the original game, and I was really disappointed by the Fighter Z series. But apart from that, and then my own personal opinion, I just can't see there being a story there that is strong enough for there to be a Dragon Ball Fighter Z 2. I can't see it. It's just me personally. Maybe they'll make one, I don't know, and they'll automatically include Super content, maybe when Dragon Ball Super returns, and they continue to make content, because obviously, I mean, they've already included Broly and Ultra Instinct, so there's minimal things that they can actually introduce from Dragon Ball Super. Maybe they'll introduce tomorrow, maybe, but that's just one character. If anything, that's just a DLC, not a whole new game that's focused around Morrow. So at the moment, based on, you know, what Fighter Z's already given us, I can't see there being a second game. There's no story for there to be a second game. They've introduced enough characters now, well, enough of Dragon Ball Super for there to be no additional content unless they introduce Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball GT. But again, even those can be DLCs, and that's why I just don't see there being strong enough content to release a Fighter Z2. Anyway, that's my opinion, guys. Please make sure to like the video, comment as well. I want to know what your opinions are. Give us a subscription, that'd be fantastic, so then you get more content like this, because I'm posting weekly. And also, our socials are below. I mentioned our Twitch stream, our kit's there too, so if you want to get involved and get your hands on some of the games that I talk about in my Twitch streams, as well as here on YouTube, you can do so via our kit. Everything is in the link below, or the description below, and thank you for watching.